Greetings, guys. It's Crawdaddy, and we are back with some more Arcane Rush. I've really been enjoying this game. I've mastered Mortimer, I feel. So I'm going back to play a bit more Fiddle. Let's get into it. Eventually, I'm going to play Saya as well. But yeah, I just unlocked some new relics for Fiddle because I was lacking a few relics. Got a really good dwarf relic. Okay, dwarf undead orc. That's interesting. I feel like dragons might be her strongest race. After you sell 4 units, get a random unit. That seems... Well, if we play dragons, well, we're not playing dragons. Sell 4 units. Wow. Okay, I'll try it. I feel like that's not going to happen very often. Okay. Now, I just want to be strong in the early game. And I've reviewed her units, and I think the best unit here is the undead. Because this guy has Cursed Revive, which is pretty strong. This guy just summons a 3/2. I mean, that's a tiny bit stronger for combat. The other option is this guy. The reason I would take him is when we star up next turn, we get 3 brews, most likely. And putting a bunch of brews on him is pretty solid because he already has decent health. I'm going to go with the undead. I think they are the strongest tier 2 race. And we want to be strong in the early fights. We actually get a win here, and we wouldn't have got a win. Oh, we would have got a win with the orc, but I'm not picking the orc. And I like that orc. This guy has Cursed, which is pretty significant. It's important for undead builds. Okay, here's another one. Let me just check what the golden version does. I think it's just a 4/4. Yeah. Okay, I don't think we're buying any of that. Let's star up. Now we get our relic choice. I just acquired this one, which is the dwarf one. We just get, flat out, get a unit and 3 brews, which is disgustingly good. I think this helps us win the fight, so I'm just going to take this. The undead one seems okay too, but ooh. Ew. Do I want to brew any of these, is the question. They're both weak units. All I really want to do is win the fight. What would I save my brews for? There are some good undead on tier 2. Yeah, I think I'm going to save my brews. I think I can. I think it's worth it here. And we actually win the fight, so it turned out to be good. Why did he get +3 attack? Oh, because I attacked with my other guy. Okay, saving the brews was good. Now the undead on tier 2 get a lot better, so... Ew. Ew. I mean, we could play him, then sell this, and then refresh for free. I think that's reasonable. Could just play a 5/5 that gives this taunt, which is reasonable because cursed units want to be taunted. We could also grab another 2 brews while we're at it. I like that option. I'm just going to go with that. I might put some brews on her. She has 5 health. I think she's going to stick around for a decent amount of time. Certainly for like until we get through the group stage. If I don't win this fight, I'm going to regret not playing more brews. This guy has a win and a tie. Yeah. The cursed unit is pretty good to keep for undead builds. I might just give it 1 brew, just to make it a tiny bit more relevant. I'll give it 2 brews. I'll just spend my brews here. Why did I get plus damage at start of combat? Ooh, well, I'm glad I spent most of my brews there. I mean, yeah, we won the combat. We're actually strong enough to just star up now if we want. And these units kind of suck. I mean, these guys are okay. And it's a pair. Okay. I don't think we're getting too much stronger if we do anything else. I forget what my tier 3 relics are. Oh, we can get like a free undead unit. It might be the play. It's pretty clean. Otherwise, next turn, what are we doing? We have to buy, sell. These guys are literally only good because they're a pair, and we don't have dragons in, so we can't even eat them if they get big. I'm going to try the power level here. I've won 3 combats, so I'm strong enough to do it. We get a free unit. Yeah, I think we do this. The others are just kind of weak. And this guy has a bit of synergy. Well, not a lot. Not a lot, really. Avenge 1, ally unit of each race, 2 damage. I mean, she doesn't have a race, unfortunately, because she's in neutral. I think we'll still win, though. Well, star up was a good choice, I think. So in theory we want more races for this, but in practice I don't care. These are tier 2 units. But this guy does give me coins. I like this guy. And Cursed is a big synergy for undead. So I'm fine with taking him. Get a random unit and give it 1/1. It's one of the tier 3 units here. Buffing my back row by 1/1 is pretty decent. Opens up a dwarf build. Gives us another race for this. I don't hate it. This just gives me a random unit. Yeah, I don't think I can really justify that. I'm just using that on my highest health units, not necessarily units I want to keep. I don't know why I'm trying to win this fight, honestly. I'm already through the group stage. I maybe should be playing for the long run a bit more. Anyway, we have a full board. We're going to tier 4. I don't quite remember what my tier 4 relics are. I think they are not that insane. Do we have a play ability we can trigger with this? No. Tier 3 dwarves are kind of mediocre. And 6 cheers is a bit tricky. Summon 10 units in combat. We're only doing that once right now, right? We only have one guy with revive. To be honest, I think I'll just take the stats. Tier 3 undead, tier 3 dwarf, they're both mediocre. Summon 10 in combat is hard. Cheers is less hard, but tier 3 dwarves are nothing to write home about in the first place. I think I'll just take the stats and the small chance of rage. And now I can't do anything, unless I want to cycle for nothing useful. Oh, that's annoying. Play, get a unit, overwhelm. This is the kind of guy that would be good to give rage with that spell. I'm gonna take this relic, this orc relic out. There's a very slim chance I use that on an orc, honestly. So this is one of the few guys it'd be useful on. Okay, and I don't remember what my next tier relics are. I don't like any of these units. Dwarves on tier 5 are pretty good, and we have a dwarf that's giving us some bruise. On tier 4 we're okay to go undead. So we have a couple of cursed units. Tier 4 undead are actually good. But I want to give myself the chance of dwarves, so I'll roll for this. Okay, that's pretty decent. So that's just better. 2 units 12-12 or a bunch of units 6-3. I feel like I'm non-committal at this stage. Not really committed to keeping my cursed units, so. I mean, I'll be keeping them for a few turns at least. They're not really good cursed units, to be honest. Okay. Okay, I mean, we can make this guy work. He's pretty good right now, because we have the full races. I don't really want that when we're on tier 5. And we don't have that much advantage, and we might go dwarves. Rage, we don't have good orcs. We can kind of commit to this. We'd kind of have to cut those two though. And it's not really a long-term build. I mean, I really just want to get the dwarfs and start cycling dwarfs. I only took one of these for like 1 turn. Okay, that's a card. I think we can take that, because it's good in the orc builds. It's getting sketchy. Okay. That's happening. Okay, you're out. You're out. Orc, dwarf, undead. I mean, I guess this is out. We're pretty... Oh, this doesn't ally unit, so it can't buff itself, but I mean, it's got decent stats already. Yeah, I think this is out. This guy is kind of weak, to be honest. But he has potential. I probably should have rolled before I did that, but anyway, it's just... no. Yeah, this has been an interesting build, I've got to say. Okay, no, we're not going undead at this stage. I didn't really notice that in effect, but... So where does the buffs on this guy come from? It's just from this? Rage is interesting. I think we can just sell this and this. I can't really sell this if I'm going rage, can I? Kind of need more orcs that way. What does the golden version do? Give orc allies in my row rage. That's cool. So we could, I mean, this guy generally you do want to play. He is very good. But my units aren't that copyable. I don't think I have a clear build yet. It's kind of leaning towards, I mean, it's clearly either orc or dwarf, but it's not clear enough yet. But this guy is a key part of orc builds, so I think we can take him. So I don't want to take the copier guy because I'm not really sure what I want to copy right now. What does a golden version do? I could try and copy and make the golden version. Give 2 dwarf allies barrier. I mean, that doesn't actually do anything currently. I could buy out the shop here though and sell my orcs. Basically sell my orcs, play this guy. Do we want to copy this? Not really. I wouldn't mind copying one of these though. I'll just check the golden version again. Give a dwarf ally barrier until next turn. Give 2 dwarf allies barrier until next turn. I feel like you don't really need that. Like, you're going to be getting enough brews that you just don't really need that. But a triple is a triple. I just kind of really want to play orcs rather than dwarfs. I think we can justify rolling here, rolling past this. Can also justify copying, like copying this or this is pretty good. I don't feel like copying this is too great right now, because we don't need more barrier. Could also argue that copying this is okay, copying this is okay. I don't like it. I'm going to roll past that. I mean, yeah, that's plus 6 damage, but this is kind of better. Oh, we do need multi-strike with rage. I just don't want to play it on any of these units. I want to play it on a better orc. I'm just going to buy this and chill. So we want one of the really strong orcs to give multi-strike and rage. So we're set up for orcs here.
Kiss my axe.
And we're still scaling a little bit. Okay, this guy is also good with orcs. But only if we get like a good orc to synergize with it, which we don't currently have. So I'm not going to buy that. This just gives full far, which is pretty useless. Fishman, way too late. Playability of unit to my right. I mean, we can give more units multi-strike that way, but that's not really a thing. We don't have brews from hand currently, and this guy's the weakest of the tier 5 dwarves, so that's not an indication for dwarves. Okay, that's a dwarf, definitely a dwarf build card. I would rather play orcs, honestly. I really want to play orcs. And this seems like a lot of work playing Brews from hand. And we have to spam dwarfs, which we don't really have the money to do right now. And we don't have the guy that upgrades your brews or anything. I've invested a lot in orcs. I want to try and make orcs work right now, so I'm going to do that. We get another one, of course. I mean, I don't think I'm refreshing, am I? But at the same time, we don't really have... If I get... We need Kaz, or at least the spell guy. Yeah, I'm going to pass that. Well, that's really good. But it requires a full board of dwarves, which we sort of passed. I guess we're committed to orcs, really. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start buffing that. So I want to try and copy here. That'd be kind of nice. But I'd have to sell my dwarves. I think we do buy that guy. The question is whether I sell a dwarf here to buy him immediately. Anyway, let's just look at our... We're definitely putting this in here. Could even sell this, but it's an orc for this. So we're not. I think we can justify selling this. It's literally just 1/1. It does have Divine Shield, so it's strong, but it's not that great. Oh. I don't mind copying this, because if we triple it, it's really good. I don't think I'm going to sell this guy just to avoid getting him. Yeah, because we can also hit the tier 1 orc, which is pretty bad too. That's nice. Cool.
You're no match for me.
Wow, this guy's actually strong. Yep, of course you kill my unit with rage. Wow, we lose. We need to scale our orc damage a bit more somehow. Okay, tripling that guy is good. I'm wondering if I should buy this pair. It's pretty strong. Take another one of those. I'll just play it, and should I just buy this pair? I could just sell this and just play it and then try and hit the triple. I think I should play this because the triple is really good. Question is, what do I sell now? Let's just roll first. See, this guy was kind of the thing I was looking for to activate dwarves. I definitely would have gone dwarves if I'd picked him. Okay, these are garbage. Let's commit to orcs. Trip Skull. He's good. Yeah, this should be a bit safer. Although, we should kind of attack ASAP.
You're dead.
What? What just happened? Hello? Why did my biggest guy die? Oh, Overwhelm. Yeah, Overwhelm is kind of bad for orcs, because we have attack but not defense. And my units do not have much stats, generally. Oh, and Rage doesn't help. Ooh, 2 triples. Let's start with this guy, because we might get the other guy. Useless. Okay, that could be used. I need an Orclops. Do I want this? In return, allies gain 6 damage. I mean, this is basically similar. It's weird that somehow my orc allies only. Oh, I think we're about to die. Seems like orcs aren't really too great. What? Okay, he actually worked for a change. I'm so confused about that though. Why did he? It didn't show all the animations there. Okay. our build is actually working now. What's this guy do again? Death ability. I need an Orclops to replace this guy. And then and a multi-strike for the Orclops, and then we're pretty strong. Okay. That seems better than this guy. You need to give him rage there. And he's definitely not as good as an Orclops. Sorry, we have a way of giving him rage. What we need to give him is multi-strike. I would rather have an Orclops, but he might be better. He might be as good. I think we'll have enough damage. I love having the golden version of this guy. The question is, do I attack first with this or this? I think this, because it has multi-strike. And it might remove some divine shields if he has dwarves anyway. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Wow. The build actually works. Okay. The build is working. I wish we gained more permanent stats though. Orcs don't really seem to gain many permanent stats. Certainly not permanent health. I mean, this guy's actually kind of good, just giving them 3/3 per turn. No. Do I even want an Orclops at this point? Is it better than this guy? I don't know what I want. There's an Orclops. I think it should be better than this guy, because this guy has multi-strike, so we should get insane amounts of attacks with it. Do I want this, or do I want my 3/3? Not really sure. I think the 3/3 is actually honestly a tiny bit better than... Oh, 12/2. Okay, it's too late for us to keep that guy. Ooh. Yeah, that should be good. Let's just get rid of this guy, this guy here, this guy here, and this guy here. Ooh, that would have been interesting too, because more taunt is very useful. I'm going to freeze it. It might be better than this. I'm not really sure. And without rage, this guy isn't that great. So I might put it in over this guy. And more taunt is very useful. Let's have a look at my ability. See, I've only gotten a random unit twice. I have to buy and sell a lot for that to happen. I need to give my Orclops multi-strike is the other thing I need to do. Yep, that's what I thought would happen. Okay, the orc build works. I feel like this is a lot more useful than this guy, so I'm going to take it. I just want multi-strike really for the Orclops. Okay. I'll just put this guy out and this guy in. Should be optimal. Yeah, this might be pretty close to the strongest orc build. I'm glad we finally made orcs work, because we've been wanting to do that. And it hasn't happened. So yeah, I reviewed the units before this and basically theory crafted that this would be somewhat the strongest orc build. It's just slightly annoying that they can't get permanent scaling, especially they can't seem to get much health. So Overwhelm is pretty dangerous. Like we saw the dwarf guy overwhelmed and killed my Rage Avenge guy there. I'll just show you what I mean. So this guy, I mean, Rage is super good when you attack. The unit's HP cannot be reduced below 1 when it attacks, but it doesn't do anything for defense. Orcs are not really good on defense. And so the Overwhelm guy hit into my taunt here, and then just overwhelmed and killed this guy. But honestly, it's not that bad to kill him. It might have been worse to kill this guy because he gives me a lot of attack. Yeah, I think my build is pretty close to optimal. I'm just trying to think if there's any way what was I going to say? Any way you can like protect yourself from things like Overwhelm. Cleave would also be painful. If he cleaved on my taunt on the right here, this guy would just die if it was a decently sized cleave. And then I would lose. But there's not much I can do about that. Not with the way I've set it up. I mean, I could in theory move this guy to the left and forget about the Orclops synergy. But I felt like the Orclops is like really strong. What else would I put in the front row? I mean, frankly, you can just put any other multi-strike rage unit. I mean, multi-strike unit, because it always gets rage from this guy. Just any multi-strike unit is not terrible. Maybe just keeping the Kaz was better than the Orclops. Yeah, orcs are a weird race, I gotta say. I find them weird. Especially this guy being avenged too, I attack immediately, but the orcs don't really have any death abilities, so they can't really proc much avenge. Maybe you combine them with undead somehow. That would be interesting. That's my only theory for this guy, is you could try to combine him with undead, so you spawn a lot of units, then you trigger the avenge multiple times. And of course you have one of these guys so that the orc attack, when he attacks from the avenge, you give all allies a lot of attack. Anyway, this guy was pretty optimal. We destroyed a lot of units with him. But yeah, if they attack first with a big overwhelm unit and they hit this guy, or even if they hit this guy, I think we'd be in a lot of trouble. Admittedly, that's only a 40% chance. Yeah, I feel like orcs are still a very flaky kind of race for that reason. They get a bit... They have problems with cleave, and they have even bigger problems with... And they have big problems with overwhelm as well, which is harder to play around, arguably. They have no way of giving divine shields, they have no death abilities, and they have no other survivability like health. So if you have more health, you'd get... The overwhelm is a lot less effective. So I don't know. But we could kind of have played around cleave at least. I feel like they need a way to at least give some health, because I mean our main guy here, 23 health, he's too vulnerable to overwhelm, basically, even if we try to position around cleave. It's not satisfactory. Okay guys, thanks for watching this run. I think it was a pretty fun run. I don't know, maybe if we went dwarves it would have been stronger even, but hard to say. We definitely saw all the dwarf cards in there. I just really wanted to test orcs out and see if my theory crafted build was good or not, and I think it was good. I just feel dwarves are safer if you scale high enough, because they'll have lots of health and there's no real counter to that. And then if you're facing orcs, I guess you put overwhelm on everything and then you just probably win. Okay, well, let me know if you're enjoying the orcs or any other aspect of the game. Leave a like, comment or subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Crawdaddy out.